Hello and welcome to Karen's Creative Cards on YouTube and my stop on the One World video hop. It is a crazy time in the world right now, and we wanted to spread some hope and support for our fellow crafters and friends around the world. Our hop runs from Saturday, April 25th until Friday, May 1st, 2020. So be sure to leave a comment during that time. Later in my video, I will show my prize and give some details on how you could win it. All the links and information is available on our host Monica's blog, and a link to that as well as the next stop is in my description box. I think we could all use some more hope and fun surprises in our world right now, and so that is the theme of the card that I'm sharing in this video. Hope. Never let go of hope. One day you will see that it all has finally come together. What you have always wished for has finally come to be. You will look back and laugh at what passed, and you will ask yourself, how did I get through all of that? I love that sentiment from this hope stamp from Local King Rubber, and decided to include it on my card. But just look at what happens when this tab is pulled. There is our world. I was inspired by a card by Lois Bak on Karen Burniston's design team to make a world surprise ball pop-up. And there is a link in the description box to her brilliant card. So the world pops up and you see the globe and it turns around, and then this says, consider this card to be a hug, which we could all use more of right now, right? This is the Karen Burniston die I used for this fun surprise ball world pop-up card. Since our videos can't be too long, I'm not going to show you the steps on the card base, but it was easy to make. I started with a 6x12 heavyweight cardstock folded in half and attached the top and the bottom with skinny, strong two-sided tape. The back piece is 5 1/4. No, I'm sorry, the black piece. Yeah, the black piece is 5 1/4 square, and the top piece is 5 inches square. I started by stamping Tailored Expressions World Outline stamp there, and then I overstamped with part of Local King Rubber's Hope stamp. I added another strong square of cardstock on the back, so the card stays pretty flat when the ball is inside. Now, I'm going to show you how to make that surprise ball pop-up, but it is best to watch Karen Burniston's videos. I highly recommend her videos. She shows you step by step exactly how to do it, and many of the tips that I'm sharing today I got from her. Okay, so you're going to cut out 2 pieces of the main die out of heavier cardstock. I recommend 110 pound. When you're doing one ball, that's what I had the best success with. So this one I've gotten ready, but I'm going to show you the steps. There are 2 tabs, as you can see, that have these slots in them, and they're a little bit wider. So, and they have these side flaps that are for reinforcing, and you're going to glue those down and let them set up, let the glue set up, and I use clips to do that. And then you're going to take, there's all sorts of scored lines from the die. So you want each of those to be folded down. This cardstock is very thick and it likes to kind of crack. So I'm folding up and then folding down. Now I have also put strong two-sided tape on each one of these tabs. You can use glue if you wish. I just found it easier not to have to wait to have all of that set up. Now you're going to repeat that on the second ball, and I've already done that to save a little time. And you're going to put a brad through one of the holes, not both, but one, and that is what's going to make the globe turn around and also attach it. So you can see that these slits here are on one side, and you want to line this ball up with another slit on the other one that has the slit on the same side. Okay, so if you were on this one, this slit's going this way and this slit is going left, so you want the two that line up together. And we're going to glue them together, generously using a lot of glue, but of course avoiding the slit. Sure, now my glue is going to give me grief. Hold on a second. I don't have a lot of strength in this one arm, and sometimes I have a hard time pushing on things like glue. I have lined these two up, and this part of it still will open, and then we're going to set that up with clips so that they will stay together. And in a second or two we'll be able to put a rubber band on that. While we're waiting for that, I did want to show you another sneak peek of something really fun that you can do with these surprise ball pop-ups. Many animals have been done, and you can put two together and make a lizard like Karen Burniston did, and I totally cased her card, and isn't that cute? So there's just many ideas that you can do with that. Now you're going to take a rubber band. Karen Burniston recommends a number 12 or a number 14 if the sizes are on the bag, but it's about an inch and 3/4 to 2.5 inches, somewhere along there. And you're going to slide that into that slot. Now, this is, let's see, make sure this is holding good. Gonna have to take a second while that sets up. That's one thing about glue, you do have to be patient while it sets up. So this is now pretty much set up, and we have a rubber band attached in that slot. Now it is important, I've learned this the hard way, that as you connect these little tabs here, you go in the direction of the longer slit tab that doesn't have a slit. In other words, to the right of this. The slit's over here, we're going to go this direction. I was working on one the other day and didn't follow those instructions, and I was really struggling to get at the next part that we're going to do once we get to the next side. So we are going to take those little tabs and line those up carefully and push with that tape. Now, another lesson that I've learned, that if you're not careful and this isn't straight, when you go to finish the ball, there's going to be a lot of gaps created by if they're not lined up carefully. So, you know, you're going to want to take some scratch paper, some cardstock you don't care about, and play with this a few times, and it really isn't hard to do. So now we're back up to where this next slotted one is, and again we're going to take some glue and generously apply, if you can get it out, which I should be able to. And line that up perfectly straight. and clip it. And this time, while we're waiting for that to set up, I think I will show you what you can win. If you leave a comment on my video before May 1st, 2020, this is the prize that you could win. It's valued at about $40. So I thought it appropriate that we include a die set from Burniston. We have another die from Tonic Studios that is Sunflower Array. And then we have 2 stamp sets. It's important to be sending some hand-stamped love in the mail nowadays, and a inspirational little space one from Beth Duff. So that is the prize that I will send out. In your comments, you must let me know if you are a new or returning subscriber and where you live. I'm sorry, I know this video hop is for the world, but I can only afford to send my prize to a USA mailing address. So now we have completed most of this, and inside, if I can get in there, there is a tab that has an opening, and we're going to stretch this rubber band from one side to the other, and it really isn't hard. And get it in there. And then you can push the ball down and it will pop up. And then we're simply going to finish by attaching these last 2 tabs to each other. And then you have your surprise ball completed. You didn't need to watch me finish, attaching those last 2. I've gotten one done here. What I did was I printed out a world map, a long one, and I die cut these pieces out using the Burniston die set, and of course I numbered them. And so we have the world going around this ball, and on top I have this nice stamp from Hero Arts, "Consider this card a hug." We're going to attach that to a square piece, and one brilliant piece of advice that Karen has shared is to use this die, which is the main piece die, and if you put your ball on top and put it where you want it to be on this piece, so that nothing is sticking out, and then you hold the die in place and mark that center hole. That is where your brad should go. And you can use a pokey. And then you're going to take your ball and open up the brad and hold it flat so you don't lose the brad in there. And put it in here. And then the ball, the world or ball, will turn around and open and close. And then I have a pull tab here. I just used this top die here from Burniston and folded it in half, and then I put some strong 2-sided tape on the inside. And I'm going to put that here so that it sticks out and you can read it. And then you fold it flat and you slide it in your main piece. Now the bread sometimes gets caught back there, but you do want that loose so that you can turn it around. So I have now completed the card. It's easy and fun to make a pop-up surprise with this Karen Burniston die, and I already showed you what else you can make, like an animal and other things. Remember to comment on my video sometime before May 1st, and let me know if you're a new or returning subscriber, and you might have a chance at winning my prize. Thanks for hopping in our video hop. I hope our cards have inspired you to help share joy and creativity in our one world.